今日は、プロブリフの、経済の専門家の、ジョージ・ストエフさんに、インタビューをさせていただきたいと思います。よろしくお願いします。Nice to meet you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And my first question is, this referendum is a new nuclear power plant, yes or no? But many people think about not clear question. And what if you can decide the question about the referendum? What do you think the best question? If you think
the best question for every referendum of the kind is to ask the people if they're ready to pay for the project. For example, now we have a proposal for a new nuclear power plant, and the big question is who is paying the bill for the construction of this power plant. And if we ask the people, are you ready to pay from your own pocket for this power plant? I doubt that the results would be 60% in favor. I believe that most of the people wouldn't be ready to spend their money for this project. So the real question is, are you ready to pay, and how much are you ready to pay? And alternatively, you can ask them, if everybody says yes for the project, you will be obliged to pay 3,000 euro for the project. Are you ready to pay this? Yes, no. And again, I don't think that people in Bulgaria, where the average salary is something like 300 euro per month net of taxes, will be ready to pay 3,000 euros for the project. So, and this is a very conservative thinking, because not everybody will say yes. Only, let's say, 1 million people will say yes, and then the cost will be about 10,000 euro per person.
Per person.
So the good question is, are you ready to pay 10,000 euro?
Thank you. Yeah, it's a very simple and interesting question. Yeah. And second, if Bulgarian government have much money, and what do you think about new nuclear power plant built?
Even if the state was much richer than today, I would be against constructing a governmental power plant. If a private investor is willing to invest in such a project, meaning that he finds a good opportunity of profit here, then he would be welcome to do so. But the thing is that in order to make a profit, he should have a market. The market comes only if the people here find nuclear energy as cheaper compared to other sources of energy. And I doubt that this is the case. That's why we don't have any private investor willing to invest in such a project.
Yeah. That's why.
Yeah.
And what do you other energy do you know?
Today we have a very diverse mix of energy in the consumption here. It is more or less the biggest part is more or less into the thermal power plants, which is coal mainly. But a big share goes to the hydro energy as well as other renewables, and also about 30% or so goes to nuclear power plant, to the first one. So it's a very diverse mix.
Yeah, thank you. And third question, in Japan we don't have referendum, and we should we should do referendum, but you Bulgarian have referendum, and you it's a enquete, and he said
I believe that people should decide because it's a very important issue, and it's an important issue from many aspects. But of course, environmental concerns is a big question, meaning that externalities of such project could be huge, and they could impact not only the Bulgarian or only the Japanese society, they could impact globally the whole world. But nevertheless, if you make a referendum in Japan or only in Tokyo, you wouldn't ask the people in Korea or in China or in Holland what they think. And if there is a problem with such a plant, maybe people in China will be affected. Maybe, I don't know. When we had the troubles with the Chernobyl power plant, which was Ukraine, we were affected. Eastern Europe was affected. So if you make a referendum today in Ukraine for or against nuclear power plant, they wouldn't ask Bulgarians or Romanians or Czechs. If you understand me, so it's a good way to decide on controversial issues of very big importance. But there is much more to this than just one simple decision. And again, every one of us is voting every day, paying for the electricity bill with his own money. Every month when I pay my bill, I'm voting for the energy. But the good question is what kind of energy? And if I have two suppliers, two wires coming to my home, and one is coming from a nuclear power plant, and the other one is from, let's say, hydro energy, I'm free to choose. Everybody will be free to choose. So the best way to keep people into this decision-making process is to give them the choice. And yes, if they have no choice, the referendum is one solution. So we should
one solution.
But keep in mind that referendums are normally expensive. So maybe you should make it online on the internet.
Thank you very much.
Welcome.
ありがとうございました。